Mentioned the pressure, and you say obviously there is that pressure on Sampaoli, but is there too much pressure and expectation placed on Messi's shoulders? He's talked about this recently. He actually was quoted saying, everywhere in the world they're waiting for Argentina to be proclaimed champion, but I'm trying to live day to day and not worry about that until June.
This is the point I was going to mention, is that as a manager you want to bring the pressure down. I hear what you say about Sampaoli being clever and putting the pressure elsewhere, but you don't want to do that. You want to take the pressure off, because it is massive pressure, and I mean, as a neutral, I would love them to. I'd love it for Messi, because I think he deserves it. But what also amazes me is that people have this pressure on Argentina because they think they've been a failure. They've reached 3 consecutive finals. Most teams in the world, I mean, Brazil haven't come close to that, and no one's picking on Brazil. And yet Messi and Argentina have been unbelievable. They've been so close to winning any of those 3. And the Argentinian fans look back at it as failure. I'm like, where's the failure? I don't get it.
Take Messi out of it, okay?
Yeah.
10 Argentinian players. Compare them with most of the other teams in the world. They're pretty stack up, all right?
Up front.
Add
midfield forward.
Add Messi to the equation. 2010, waxed by Germany. 2014, didn't score a goal.
They got to the final.
Didn't score a goal for 3 games.
But they got to the final. Yeah.
Okay, so it's lost.
But they got to 3 finals.
Lost.
Okay, but
your team with the best player in the world keeps losing. The best player in the world, and you keep losing.
Yeah, Ronaldo's one of the best, and they didn't do much.
They won the Euros, by the way.
I was in Brazil at the final. Like when you said they got waxed.
It was a 1-0 game.
It was what?
No, waxed by Germany in 2010, 4-0.
Oh.
So
Okay.
team comes always first, and then the individual thrive, and it's not happening with Argentina.
How many goals did Diego Maradona score in the World Cup finals?
I don't care. I don't
0.
care.
In the finals.
Sorry.
Even better.
He scored another final. So the difference.
And they won the World Cup.
Right. So the difference in the argument that you're making essentially is that if
what you're making too.
Sure. If somebody other than Maradona doesn't score in that final, Maradona's in the same situation that Messi is. He dragged the team to a final.
Yeah, Maradona gave the through ball. Where there was no one there.
And he scored 2 goals in the semifinals as well.
It's not that he wasn't there.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if you just make it about whether he scored in the final, then by that logic, if you follow that to its conclusion, Thomas Muller is a better player than Lionel Messi. Because he's got a treble, because he's got a World Cup victory.
No,
Thomas.
That's what the logic breaks down.
The teams that beat him were first and foremost a team, and then some exceptional talent. Right. There's no team with a very exceptional talent that carries them a lot of times, but in the big games has not delivered. I don't care what you say. 6 big finals, 0.
I agree, but when you're the best player in the world,
right? Okay,
that doesn't count. It counts only that guy that counts.
Okay.
Because they want him to win this World Cup. So
I want him to
all
win
neutrals
too.
too. Absolutely. Yeah.
As a team, he doesn't. As a team, he has that team has so much pressure, because when you are the best player in the world, people think you're going to win. Maradona is the same thing.
But it goes to his point. Put more pressure on Messi now. So you leave it.
You think you can? What more pressure? He already has pressure.
His coach coming out and saying, you know what?
We asked if there's too much pressure, right? There is exactly the right amount of pressure. Pressure proportionate to Messi's status as the best player on the planet. The pressure that Michael Jordan faced, the pressure that LeBron James faces, the pressure that Federer faces, that Tiger Woods did in his heyday. If you're the best player, the pressure is on you.
And if you're a great player like that, you need help from elsewhere. And the one thing when I look at Argentina, great up front, Di Maria's there, Higuain, whatever. But the moment you come to midfield, in particular in defence, there's no overlapping fullbacks. There's nothing coming from the centre halves. You've got defensive midfielders who are not being creative. So basically, you've got a situation where, in my opinion, this is how it is. Basically, you've got no help from there, and you're relying on a couple of attacking midfielders and strikers up front, which is too much pressure when you don't get help.
And Banega might have been the best player in the field. What's the best player against Man United? How come when Messi gets in, all these players all of a sudden can't? He's so dominant, it becomes a negative for his team.
Are you saying he's bad for Argentina?
Thomas, you gotta have.
Wow. Okay.
Well, listen, and actually, listen.
Guys, he goes so deep, he unbalances his team.
He created more chances than any other player at the World Cup.
Space. He gets there. It's hard for players around you to deal with that.
Let me tell you something. When you play with the best players in the world, I played with the Belgian international team. I used to go see him play with Fiorentina when I was 14. After 8 years, I'm playing a World Cup with him. I was training with him, and I was nervous. I was nervous training, and that's not normal. Training, I had the ball, if I was supposed to give it to him, give it to someone else. If he was by himself and I don't give it to him, he's going to tell me, you go nuts. I'm sweating out. Just thinking about it.
So you're saying the other players are doing that because they're playing with Messi?
Of course.
All right, listen.